Hello, welcome to another update, and I've started progress on the O gauge layout. Now, as you can see, I've got a class 37 on test over there, and I have laid some track round there on the baseboard. Now, will that loco go round? That's the burning question. Stay tuned to find out later on. Okay, up on the HO gauge layout, I've been acquiring a couple more new releases, and I've got there a new purchase this week, and that is the City Airport train, which can be found operating in Austria, and it runs from the airport in Vienna to downtown Vienna, and I've managed to pick up a driving trailer on the end there, and two other double-deck coaches, and the Taurus loco which hauls that. That lot is made by the German firm Pico. It's part of their hobby range, and the models are, fairly well detailed. I believe the hobby range are steel scale length, but they're not quite as well detailed as the expert range, but I'm not bothered about that. So there it is, there's the City Airport train. I actually went on this a few years ago when I went over there, and yeah, so it's a Taurus loco, and then we've got the double deck coaches. Looking on YouTube at videos, it seems, and I remember when I went over there, that the actual sort of train rake itself is quite short. It's normally only 3 coaches because they're double deck, so you've got the driving trailer at the front there, or at the back, whichever way you're travelling, and then you've got the loco, and you've got the 3 coaches. Quite a striking livery, and I just thought it looked really sort of useful to have on the layout, and obviously I've been on it, so yeah, that was a purchase this week. On the other side of the HO gauge layout, on the lower level, I picked up a Roco Taurus loco again here, which is Austrian. That is A class 1016, and that's in the latest OBB Austrian livery. I've also managed to accumulate 6 of the Roco Euro FEMA coaches, also Austrian, in the latest livery. So we've got rake of 6 of those just going down there. So I've got 4 second class, 1 first, and 1 first and second. Again, I've been on these, so I just thought, looking at the sort of continental outline stuff, it's easy to sort of immediately go for the sort of default mentality of getting the classic sort of stuff, which I've never seen quite a lot of it. So yeah, I'm pleased with these bits and pieces. Now, I've been working on the O gauge layout, and I thought it was high time that I started doing a bit of track laying. So I've started doing one side of the layout where there is obviously it's going to be a continuous loop all the way around, but before I proceed with laying the entire circuit, I want to know that my locos, particularly the Coco diesels, obviously the Bobo ones would be okay if the Coco ones go round, and that Coco obviously means you've got the 3 wheel arrangement on each of the motor bogies there. So yeah, my Mark 1 coaches go around okay. I've coupled those up with 3 link couplings, and also these sort of Buckeye type couplings that are on the Daypole Lionheart coaches. So without further ado, let's give this a go. I know the answer already, but I'm just trying to create a bit of suspense. So let's see, shall we? Yes, look at that. Now, I had fun and games over here with laying of the track here. I pinned it down, didn't think anything of it, oh, this is easy, no problem at all, no different than laying double O gauge track or N gauge track. But then when I used a coach going round. I had wheel lock sort of halfway round, and so immediately I thought, here we go, you know, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I unpinned all the track and then sort of curved it in line with the sort of coach as it was going round, and it's absolutely fine. So obviously the width here, that is 2 foot across, that's 2 foot across over there, this is 2 separate bits of board. The overall sort of width of the layout going across is 8 foot. So I've started curving the track sort of probably about a foot from the end of this board through a 2 foot there, and then obviously round here, so you can see it does actually fit in quite a modest sort of area. Obviously if I was going to go for a double track circuit, it would be out of the question. I'd need, you know, these two boards here, 1, 2, are 8 foot long by 2 foot wide, so it is possible to get a single track circuit, and I'm using a set track Pico turnout there. I've also added some poly filler there to cover up. There was a little bit of a step up on the board, so I've just sorted that out, and also I've put some gaffer tape across the gaps, so that means now that and there as well, so when the track is ballasted you won't get those holes in the board that look stupid, where it looks like there's a sinkhole about to open up. So yeah, so I've done that and just a quick note on the platforms now. With platforms, this is something which obviously I was looking at. Obviously with O gauge, it's going to be the platforms are going to have to be wider, because the whole scale goes, you know, right up. You can't use a normal width, sort of Hornby width type platform, because excuse me, in O gauge that will just look like some sort of service platform at a depot, not a passenger platform. Now, so what I've done is I've actually utilised some Hornby 00 platforms laid 2 abreast, so you can see there's a set of platforms there, and there's another set of platforms the other side, and then I've laid some sheets of balsa wood on top, and as you can see over there, that is pretty much level. So once these are all glued down and they're painted, blended in with the Hornby platforms, and I've put some of my own bespoke platform ramps on the end, that will look actually quite convincing. So I think that's actually quite a good idea. I've got so many of those platforms, the Hornby ones, I thought, well, I might as well utilise them if I can. So I've actually come up with quite a good sort of firm platform there, and you can see it's pretty wide there, so once you get a canopy on and everything, it will look, you know, in scale basically. And what's going to happen is further up the end there, probably just beyond that blue-grey coach, there's going to be a footbridge going across, or a road bridge, and it'll be the classic modelling half of the platform emerging out from underneath. So that way it disguises the sort of shorter trains and the tightness of the track going round, gives a better look overall. I have got another set track turnout here. I may have to trim it up a little bit because I want to try and get a loop going through which I can store my 121 bubble car in, so almost like a little mini sort of through fiddle yard line. But yeah, so that will be something which I shall be looking at next. But overall it's not too bad the way that this is going. I'm pleased with it. I've managed to get the loop in over there, and obviously the bit of track there is just a straight bit for the test of the loco. Obviously that will curve round as well and go around the other side. The other side will just be left as a single track at the moment. I'll just take you there now. Yep, so around this side where we've got the 2 points there, that would literally just be, for the time being, just a single track going around. What I might do is put a couple of engineers sidings in at some point, you know, in the future. But yeah, I'm only doing this a little bit at a time because it's quite a big step up, this. And there we have that is a Helljan Mark 1 coach there, and we've got the restaurant buffet coach over there. Both of those are being used to do the spacing through the platforms, and also in the first instance the curved track. And so obviously now I know that the 37 over there does go round, and that's an unnumbered one at the moment, so I shall have that done one day. No rush. I shall get that numbered and named and weathered up, etc. Right, so I hope that gives everybody a quick insight into you know, what I've been up to, and it's actually working with the flexible track. I'll just show you that quickly. Obviously here we've got a length of 00, which is the Bachmann flexi track, and then we've got the the O gauge flexi track. Now obviously there is a big size difference, but working with this O gauge flexi, it's not actually that bad. I thought it was going to be more difficult to sort of flex and sort of mould, but it's not actually that bad. It's it is workable, though when you look at what you get in terms of a length, it's the same in terms of the length, but obviously you don't get as much because it's larger. But you know, so far so good. I'm happy with this stuff. It's tried and tested from Pico, so I know it works. So yeah, and it's the SL700 ball head rail that we're using there, code 124. Yeah. Right, so that concludes the update for this month. So I hope what I'm doing is of interest. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, leave comments, and I'll keep you updated with progress on both the O gauge and HO, and also my other N gauge layout in due course.